Intraday trailing drawdown and end of day trailing drawdown are probably two of the biggest things that you're going to want to look at when you're thinking about what prop firm you want to use. So in this video, I'm going to basically help my younger self understand the difference between end of day and intraday. And hopefully, if I do this well enough, you'll understand why I will absolutely never trade intraday trailing drawdown. So one of the biggest firms that you'll hear about when you're thinking about intraday trailing drawdown firms is Apex Trader Funding. And funnily enough, they have actually approached me and offered an affiliate, but I am not going to take an affiliate with Apex because I would absolutely never support them, and here's why. So if you have an open trade, so this graph here is going to represent a trade that we have entered, you might get a trade that goes slightly into profit and then comes back down and then continues in profit. And let's say that your take profit is somewhere up here, and you get a trade that runs into profit like this, and then, as a lot of trades will do, comes back down and maybe stops you at break even or maybe even a bit of a loss. How an intraday trailing drawdown account is going to work is your max drawdown, the amount of money that you can lose before you lose the account, is going to follow you as this trade moves into profit. Not once it's been closed, while it's still open. So while this trade is moving into profit, your end of day drawdown, which might have started down here, then gets higher and higher and trails you by however much it says it's going to trail you by. With Apex, it obviously depends on the account size. But this can make risk management, which is one of the most important things you're going to need to focus on as a trader, no matter your strategy. Risk management is going to ensure that in the long run, you are going to make money. With intraday trailing drawdown accounts, risk management just becomes an absolute nightmare because you are having to factor in that even though this is a losing trade or maybe even a break-even trade, Apex has counted it as essentially as a loss because your max drawdown has been raised and your total profit on your account has not because you got a break-even or a loss on the trade. Obviously, this is fine if your trade is a winning trade, but I'm willing to bet that if you're watching this video, you have taken a losing trade or a break-even trade, and if you haven't, then can I buy your course, please? But hopefully you can see why, just off that simple explanation, why intraday trailing drawdown, it is designed for you to lose. It's not designed to give you an edge in any way. Obviously, all firms are designed for you to lose. That's how they make the majority of their money. But firms like Apex that have intraday trailing drawdown accounts only, they are the firms that are really treating trading like a casino. They will have more failed traders than any of the firms that use end of day trailing drawdown. And this is why their accounts are so cheap, because they don't need to be charging a lot of money for accounts because they have so many people failing the accounts. So that's why their accounts are so cheap. Obviously, if you have a certain strategy, you have certain things in place to kind of battle intraday trailing drawdown, you can absolutely make money doing this. And obviously it'll work out cheaper in the long run. But for me, I would rather just pay more for end of day accounts and not have to deal with that whole headache of intraday trailing drawdown. And then the accounts I prefer to use, which are end of day trailing drawdowns, these are firms like TopStep, which I use, Bullinox, which I use and am affiliated with, My Funded Futures, which I will use in the future probably. I'm not affiliated with them, but they're a recommendation. And by the way, if I am ever affiliated with an intraday trailing drawdown account, then unsubscribe from me, cancel me, do anything, because honestly, if I become affiliated with an intraday trailing drawdown account, I have well and truly sold out. Anyway, end of day trailing drawdown. So in the same scenario, we're going to have a profit, slight retracement, and then continued profit, and then stopped out at break even. On the intraday that we saw before, this would have trailed us somewhere up here. Obviously, this hasn't got numbers in it, so you can't be exact, but it would have trailed you into profit, and therefore would have looked like a loss, even if you got out at break even. On an end of day account, the trailing drawdown, so the drawdown that's going to be the amount of money you can lose before you lose the account, won't trail you at all until you close the position. And then wherever you close the position, that's where it's going to move to make sure that it's trailed you properly. So on this trade, your trailing drawdown would still be down here. It wouldn't have moved because you haven't closed any profit. This is why end of day trailing drawdown accounts, I believe, are just simply the best. They are more expensive, but they are easier to pass, and you're not going to have to worry about the whole intraday, worrying about where the max drawdown is trailing you to, chasing you, because one, that is obviously just a pain in the arse. Two, that is going to have an effect on your psychology and impact your trading much more than you think it will. And three, just, come on, don't give Apex any more money. They've got too much already. But yeah, that was a real quick explanation of intraday and end of day trailing drawdown. Hopefully I've explained it in a good enough way. And if you want my recommendation for some end of day trailing drawdown accounts, then the ones in this video that I mentioned, TopStep, Bullinox, and my funded futures are 3 that I would absolutely look into. I am affiliated with Bullinox, and my code for that will get you the best discount on the end of day accounts. You need to be careful with Bullinox because they do offer both, but obviously I would just promote the end of day accounts. And if you use code Kai for that, then you'll get the best possible discount for those ones. And if you want to know why I think Bullinox is actually better than TopStep for traders coming into the space now, then check that video out there because I'll explain exactly that. But that is all from me in this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something, and I will see you boys later. Good luck, good trading.